What is up, guys? Welcome back to another tutorial in 3ds Max. And in this tutorial we're going to be going over trajectories, and this is actually the 22nd tutorial. So in the last tutorial we learned some basic animation, learned what frames and keyframes were. And if you notice, whenever you made a keyframe, you saw the different colors on the keyframes, and by default they're red, green, and blue. And these colors actually, believe it or not, they mean something, just not random colors. The color on the keyframe symbolizes what is being animated. The position keys are red. Anytime you see green, it means rotation is being animated. And anytime you see blue, it means that the scale is being animated, or the size of it. And the parameter keys are going to be dark gray. And aside from a solid color, you can also have, like, if a color is red and green, that means that it's two different things are animated on the same exact key. So that gives you a little background of what the colors mean in keyframes. So let me go ahead, and now that we learned how to do a basic animation, animate something like position alone or size alone, let's go ahead and clear and get a new animation. And I can teach you what the heart of this tutorial is about, and that's trajectories. Now before I even go into that, let's go ahead and put new, open up a new one just in case you have anything in your thing already, and then go ahead and reset your workspace so we're all on the same page here. What a trajectory is it's pretty much a path that an animation can follow. So this is most commonly viewed as a spline, and that's whenever you view like video game creations, you see all those dots around, or when people are on a green screen and they have those dots on them for motion path. That's what this is. And what it is each node is going to show up as a frame, and the keyframes are going to be shown in white squares. So it's better actually if I just create one and you see what I'm talking about. So let's go ahead and create pretty much any object you want. It doesn't really matter. I'm going to go ahead and create a teapot real quick, because why not? And in your front viewport right here, just zoom out a little bit, and it's probably the best to get the select object tool. So just zoom out and put the object towards the bottom right of your screen. And then from here, what we need to do is, again, make sure you're in your front view. Create a line spline, and this spline is going to be the path that this object is going to follow. So let's go ahead and in our create shapes, splines. Make sure you drop down and click splines, and then go ahead and click align. And you can pretty much make any path that you want. I'm going to make a loop because it's really easy when I demonstrate rotation just to see a loop. So pretty much click something that looks like that. It doesn't have to be exact, but anytime you want to deselect your spline, just go ahead and right click it like that. Now what you want to do is select your teapot, because what we're going to be telling 3ds Max is say alright, take this teapot and put it on this path, and that's the path that needs to be followed. So go ahead and select your teapot, and you'll know it's selected because it will turn white. And then go ahead and in your motion path right here, click trajectory. And again, like I said, a trajectory is the path that it's going to follow. So what you want to do with your teapot selected, or whatever shape you created, go ahead and press convert from. And what this means is, alright, I'm about to give you a path to follow. So now hover over your spline, which mine's named line 1, and click that. Now as you see, the teapot automatically snaps to the beginning of the spline, and if you scroll along your time bar at the bottom, you see that it begins animating, and by default it starts at the beginning of the spline, and by default it ends at the end. So now if you scroll, you can watch it play just like that. So go ahead, and what we want to do is we want this to actually rotate along with the spline. So when you scroll like this, you see it's staying the same thing the whole time. And so go ahead and press key filters, and we only want to select rotation. And this is going to say, alright, we can only edit rotation. So go ahead to somewhere like right here, and go ahead and click your select and rotate, and you can just go ahead and rotate it like that, and press set key. And scroll ahead a little further to the top of the loop, and go ahead and rotate this even more. Click on yellow, set key, set key. Now go ahead to about 3/4 away, and go ahead and rotate this even more. right about there, and go ahead and set another key. So now you see whenever we look at it, it actually scrolls along with the path. So that's how you can animate two different types of animation at once. So that's all the time I have for this tutorial. Thank you guys for watching, and don't forget to subscribe.